Welcome back. It wouldn't be an episode of Real Deal without a segment dedicated to the Hunger Games. So without further ado, here is Ben Kramer and Andrew Bennett reviewing the movie in this week's Hit or Miss. Take it away, guys.
Thanks, Stephanie. And thank you all for tuning in to another segment of Hit or Miss with Ben and Andrew. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Ben.
And today we are going to be reviewing the mega blockbuster The Hunger Games, based off of Suzanne Collins' beloved novels. If you haven't heard of it by now, well, you might as well be living under a rock. Ben, what did you think about The Hunger Games?
Well, Andrew, before watching the movie, I made it a goal to not make too many comparisons between the book and the film. Because I didn't want to be let down, however, by having Suzanne Collins work closely with director Gary Ross on the script, I felt that this film would be in good hands, and I wasn't disappointed.
I have to agree with you, Ben. In my mind, this film definitely rivals Harry Potter in terms of book-to-film adaptations. It stays incredibly true to the book, and the small changes that were made only made it that much better. The Hunger Games is a surefire victory for Gary Ross.
With regards to the cast, I've known for quite some time who would be in this movie. First off, Jennifer Lawrence was remarkable as the female lead. Seeing her Oscar-nominated performance in Winter's Bone, I saw similarities between both characters as they were both providing food for their family. Josh Hutcherson was very solid as Peeta, although I feel like the film should have spent a little more time on their chemistry. The rest of the supporting cast were great, especially some humorous moments between Effie and Haymitch.
Elizabeth Banks nailed the role of Effie Trinket, and Woody Harrelson fit right into the role of Haymitch. However, my favorite supporting role came from Stanley Tucci as the flamboyant and charismatic Caesar Flickerman, the play-by-play commentator and host for The Hunger Games. He is absolutely hysterical and really keeps the audience guessing as to whether he really cares about the tributes or is simply just a showman.
Yeah, Andrew, I think he did an outstanding. It really was the epitome of how the Capitol goes crazy over these games. I think everything about the Capitol is spot on. The look and feel of the futuristic city contrasted sharply with how District 12 looks, and I'm glad they made that evident on screen. And speaking of District 12, I thought the reaping scene was slightly awkward in the sense that there was no music to convey any emotion.
Yeah, it was a little strange, but I think that added some powerful discomfort to the scene. If I have to nitpick about something, it is going to be about some of the cinematography. In my opinion, Ross has the camera shaking and moving too much during certain scenes without any action. It works great during the action scenes, but do we really need to feel like we're on a roller coaster when Katniss and Prim are talking to each other? Other than that, though, The Hunger Games is a definite hit for me, Ben.
Of course, I'm giving this movie a hit too, Andrew, and by the looks of the box office, it looks like not too many people are missing out either. By the end of the movie, I just couldn't wait to see Catching Fire, so here's hoping the franchise will become the next big thing in Hollywood.
This has been another segment of Hit or Miss with Ben and Andrew.
Don't miss out on this epic movie-going experience. The world will be watching.
And may the odds be ever in your favor.
Back to you, Stephanie.
Thanks, guys. It's time for our final break, but when we return, Julia Ritchie will deliver this week's Best of Bracken, and as always, I'll leave you with my final word. Stick around. Welcome back. Don't have the cash for AMC or Family Video? No worries. Bracken Library has you covered with hundreds of free movies to borrow. Julia Ritchie is here with a recommendation you should add to your must-see list with Best of Bracken. Julia?
It's that time of year when the weather finally starts to get warmer and people are starting to venture outside to enjoy it. Spring is in the air, which means baseball season is fast approaching. To help you get in the spirit, this week I've chosen the 1988 film 8 Men Out. This movie is based on the true story of the infamous Chicago White Sox, or Black Sox, scandal that forever changed baseball. The movie follows the White Sox players through their decision to purposely lose the 1919 World Series due to their bitterness towards their stingy, uncaring owner, Charles Comiskey. There's plenty of tension between everyone involved, including the players, the gamblers who take advantage of them, and the sports writers who expose the setup to the world. 8 Men Out is not your typical sports movie, so I have to warn you, this film does not have a happy ending. Despite that, this movie is very well acted by the great ensemble cast that includes well-known actors like John Cusack and Charlie Sheen, as well as a multitude of character actors you are sure to recognize. All the actors give great performances, especially the players, who do a good job at conveying the pressure and anxiety they face during this World Series, as well as the subsequent court trial. Both John Cusack and D.B. Sweeney, who play Buck Weaver and Shoeless Joe Jackson, do especially well in this area. Their touching performances cause me to feel genuine sympathy for their characters. Despite all the drama, there are still some light moments, especially the scenes involving the two young boys who are die-hard fans of the White Sox. However, my favorite part would have to be the amusing opening scene because it does a good job of expressing the irony in the relationship between the owner and the team. And of course, there are plenty of exciting baseball scenes. What I liked most about the movie is that although I already knew the general idea of what happened in the Black Sox scandal, I was practically on the edge of my seat throughout the entire film due to the well-crafted suspense and the uncertainty of what the characters would do next. Overall, 8 Men Out is a well-done film, which is why I'm surprised that it's not as popular as other baseball movies. It's perfect for sports fans and history buffs alike, or pretty much anyone, really. Did I mention the baseball scenes were filmed at Busch Stadium in Indianapolis? 8 Men Out is a tense but enjoyable film that is a definite winner, so go check it out today. Back to you, Stephanie.
Thanks, Julia. With spring in full bloom and summer just around the corner, everyone is gearing up for summer concerts. There are a ton of awesome concerts to look forward to. But since we're still stuck in the classroom for another month or so, tonight's Final Word is going to look at some great music videos for you to check out. First up, Gary Clark Jr.'s Bright Lights. This song is a mix of rock, R&B, and blues. Although he is known for his rock, the video is pretty soothing. The color grading in this video is great, and all of the photography was done really well. It reminds me of the intro video used by Saturday Night Live. Next, Gautier's Somebody That I Used to Know. This song features New Zealand musician Kimbra and is done really well. As one of our producers, Victoria Disk, would also agree, the xylophone solo makes this song. This video is unique, and the time that went into making it makes me appreciate it that much more. And finally, since Real Deal can't seem to get enough of the Hunger Games, Taylor Swift featuring the Civil War's Safe and Sound. The song is really mellow, and the video looks like it came straight from the books. The photography is beautifully done, and it's cool to see Taylor Swift in a different type of video. But that does it for us at The Real Deal this week. Have a great rest of your week. Be sure to check us out on Facebook and Twitter for the latest updates on all things entertainment. We'll be back next week with more on the entertainment industry. I'm Stephanie Bristow. Have a great night.
Boss, the boss, Ray. He is the master.
You have my respect. If ever there comes a time when it gets down to you and me, I will lay you low, kid.
Mystery.
Who are you?
Snow White.
Snow who?
No way!
Power.
This doesn't fit.
Well, you must have shrunk it, cinch me up. I knew I was the same size.
Perseus, I need your help.
This is for gods, not humans.
You will learn someday that being half human makes you stronger than a god.